Shalom and hello, my beautiful sisters. Right now I'm out in Japan. I've been living out here for a few months now. It's the quarantine period. We haven't been able to explore anything, but bans have been lifted, so we're out exploring now. We have the kids out at the park just enjoying the scenery, so I'll talk to you a little bit about my life in Japan thus far and the relationships that I've made along the way. So stay tuned. This love is gonna be for my sisters. Hello sisters, thank you for joining us. Right now we're at Kurihama Park at the Godzilla slide. The children are off at the playground playing, and I have Julie here with me, my good friend Julie, whom I met out here in Japan. And while we're sitting here, just a moment in time, it made me come up with a topic on women, relationships, friendships, and I just wanted to elaborate more about it since I have Julie here with me. So I met Julie at the Navy Lodge out here in Japan, and my first initial thought was she was very friendly. She was very friendly. She had her two children with her, and she just looks like she has a young face. But I knew she wasn't a child because she had two children with her. And I just saw her interaction with other people, and I could hear the accent. I'm like, oh, she's a very friendly person. But I wasn't really trying to, make friends at the moment. I wanted to get acquainted with Japan. But for some reason, Julie and I kept crossing paths. Maybe because we both lived at the lodge at the time. But we kept crossing paths, and our children, of course, went to the same school, both in the 3rd grade. And the thing that got me about Julie is when I saw how she treated my children. She treated my children like it was her own children, and I've never, off the bat, it wasn't oh, don't do that, son. No, she treated my children like they were hers, and I love and appreciate that about her.
So what do you mean by that? I treated your kids like my kids?
So remember when so you know how they have the breakfast down at the lodge, and Kyrie and Kendall were out there getting their breakfast before they went to the bus stop. And I wasn't able to make it out there with them. So you were out there with them apparently, and then you walked to the bus stop with them. And I ran out to the bus stop and I told them, hey guys, I'm not going to be able to ride with you to school. And Julie stopped me. She was like, it's okay, I got it. And I was just like, oh, I was taken back. I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, well, thank you. And then I looked over Kyrie and Kendall to make sure they looked good, and Kendall had food all on his mouth. And Julie, she's like, oh, that's okay, I got it, baby. Clean his mouth. And I'm like, she don't even know this little boy. And I was, she treated him like that was her child. And from then on, I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe I could stop being standoffish and, open up a little bit. And ever since then, hey, we've been or what is your first experience on meeting me, Julie?
Okay. So my experience when I first met Danielle, just a few things. She was very, very, very quiet. She seemed like she didn't talk too much. So not true. The minute you get to know her, she just opens up, and she's like me. We can't stop talking.
But I was shy at first, though, right?
Yeah, she's honestly an introvert extrovert. So if you don't know her, she's super, super quiet, very reserved. Just walking all in the side corner. Good morning, good afternoon.
See?
But then the minute we got to know each other, I just felt her beautiful spirit, and then we just connected. And honestly, in the short time we've known Danielle, just 3 months?
Is it February, March, April, May, June, or 4 months, 4.5 months?
The 4.5 months I've known Danielle, honestly, she feels more like a sister to me. I don't know. Do I feel like a sister to you?
Yes, you definitely do. When the moment with the cleaning Kendall mouth, that took me right there. That took me.
Yeah. And then I met her kids, and then the other thing too that really attracted me to Danielle and her family is just the love that she has for her kids, her boys especially. They're so respectful, and I admire that because they say watch and see how the kids are. Maybe you can a little bit about the parents, and trust me, her kids are very, very respectful. I love them like my own kids.
Well, thank you. Same with your children.
Yes. So that's what stood out the most, and since then we've just been doing so many fun things
On quarantine.
We try to keep it as safe as much as possible. Even my husband is like, what do you guys talk about, especially during this time that you guys run out of stuff to talk about? And there's always something about Danielle to talk about. Like I said, she has the most beautiful personality, and the minute you get to know her,
Well, I'm touched, Julie.
you don't even have
I'm
to
touched.
try. You just the connection is just there, and you just let it grow from there.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, like, you hear it now. The relationship has grown strong in such a short amount of time, and probably quarantine is part to blame. But we've been able to do like meal planning together, exercising together, tips on raising children, homework together. We're doing the online schooling with the kids together. We've been doing a lot, and I would have to say I'm very thankful that I was able to have a relationship with Julie like that during a time like this. And so that's how I want to tell you, sisters, during times like this, we need each other.
Definitely.
And if I didn't have Julie, I would probably be stressed out. Both of our husbands work. They're in the military, so it's just us. We have to lean on each other, and like I said, I'm thankful I have that. So, ladies, if you have that opportunity to make friends or a friend, I'm not saying to get a whole crowd, but to make friends or a friend, open up, do it, step out your comfort zone, and just give it a shot. And I'm pretty sure it could make your life better.
Yep.
If it doesn't, something's wrong. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I wanted to share about the short snippet of friendships and relationships that have developed in Japan. Anything else you want to say, Julie?
I just want to add that another thing too, Danielle and I, we come from a dynamic background, like she mentioned. Both of our husbands are in military, and we may not talk about it openly, but it's something there because we've both been exposed to it, or there've both been rumors about it. But military spouses don't have the best reputation, and sometimes when you're around that group, or just stay-at-home wives, may not have the best reputation. Plus, the minute you get your late 20s, making friends, may feel like something you want to avoid. But really and truly, it's one of those things, if you have somebody, especially with a godly background, and you guys can connect spiritually and stuff like that, then that relationship will grow because it's planted on the right foundation, and you guys can enjoy each other's company. And just forget all the whole rumors and all the negative stuff out there. Focus on the positives. Ensure you connect with that person, and really, just enjoy being present in that moment and let our relationship grow.
Yeah, and I want to hit more on what she said. I think that's another reason why I was standoffish, because I'm a veteran of the United States Navy, and while in the Navy, I heard all the stories about spouses and all that stuff, and I wanted to make sure to stay away from that. And I think that was my assumption. Clearly, not everybody is like that. So, I'm not saying, so don't put yourself all the way out there, and you'll end up in those situations that I try to avoid. But be smart about it. See if the person has a good head on their shoulders, and pick it up from there. If you see that clearly they don't have a good head on your shoulders, they're not in line with what you do in life or believe in life, then you got to find somebody you're compatible with.
Yep.
But that's it for me, sisters. Hope this taught you a little bit. Hope you picked up some tips. we'll finish showing you guys the park, the surrounding areas before the sun goes down. And yeah, thank you for joining us.
Danielle, finished product.
I don't like that.
Yeah, sushi.
What's that?
No.
Pick one.
I'll get this
Tell
one.
them.
Okay, give me a
That's
second.
the little chicken right there.
Thank you for joining me, ladies. Make sure you tune in next time. This is for my sisters.
Bye.
Sister.